Hello everyone, this is Justin LaBrash, country singer-songwriter, super cool guy.
And who are you?
I'm Karissa Hoffart.
Oh, okay. This is Karissa Hoffart. She's also a recording artist.
And we are here on our farm near Colgate, just south of Weyburn, and we love it here and we're excited to be off stage with you guys. Well, Justin LaBrash here. He's my husband, and I'm really excited to say that he is an award-winning country artist from Saskatchewan here, and I'm just lucky to have him in my life.
I'd agree.
I think you would.
I am more lucky because I get to be married to Karissa here. She is a recording artist, won many a singing competition back in her younger days, and yeah, we get to farm together, we get to play music together, write music together, and it's a pretty good time.
So growing up in the Big Muddy of Saskatchewan, I started with a lot of singing competitions, whether it was 620 CKRM, Big Country Challenge Show, GX94, Star Search. There was a bunch of different things that I went in for competition-wise, so that it really wasn't until 2020 that I really got into the country music scene and started with my own music, and that's kind of how we started to get together, was the SCMAs.
I did a few competitions, never ran into Karissa, never made it too far in the competitions, I guess is the thing. But I was pretty established in kind of the way my career was working and going, and it was kind of cool to add a partner to it. I think we have slightly different visions of where our music careers are going. I just want to keep increasing the size of venue we play and the size of crowd. I love playing to big shows, big crowds, high energy. And Chris has talked about a little more intimate. She likes to connect with the audience on a different level. So
yeah, smaller, intimate, empowering events that I can lead, hopefully, as well as just be a part of. And but 5-10 years, I can just picture us being right here too.
We both grew up on kind of different farms, so we've been able to learn together, and Karissa learning how to drive tractors and stuff has been interesting. Hasn't knocked out any buildings yet, so that's good. We both grew up around cattle,
Yes.
So that was kind of an obvious pick to have some cows around.
We love our calves.
Yes.
When it's calving season, my goodness, we have a few bottle-fed calves right now, and they are the best.
Yeah. We
Sure
do like
makes your
calves.
day.
Yeah, they're pretty cute. I despised pigs growing up. I didn't like them, and somehow we ended up with pigs.
We did.
And now I actually quite like them. They're fun. They're kind of funny.
I quite like the pigs on most days. Then there's days where they get out, and I'm not gonna lie, I've said, why do we have pigs? But in the end, they go back in, they know where they're fed, so they'll always come back.
They don't go very far.
You hear a lot of other couples, like sometimes they're talking like, oh, I don't know how they do this for a job, but we can understand why we do it and support each other the way that we would want to be supported as musicians, and it's really cool. A little bit about my music career is it started when I was about 12 years old. We were being auditioned for a solo in the concert at school, and one of the teachers just recognized that I had a voice that she wanted to see me do some vocal lessons, so she talked with my mom, who's also a teacher, and they got me started with vocal lessons down in Plentywood, Montana, and that kind of set it all up and started into singing competitions and got me going all around Saskatchewan, and that was where it all started. So I grew up in, well, what was called Minton, Saskatchewan. I grew up on a farm in the Big Muddy, and so Minton, Saskatchewan was my hometown, but we did grow up on a ranch. And what we did there for music was not much. My parents weren't really musically inclined. So I really did a lot of my vocals on my own, lots of practicing, lots of vocal lessons and learning online. What I did a lot growing up was singing outside, writing songs, doing a lot of things like that would have been how I grew up with the music. The time that music became the biggest part of my life was just the very first competition that I ever entered. I think that really opened my eyes to how fun and exciting it was. My first competition was in Weyburn, and it was at the Weyburn Fair actually, and I sang When You Say Nothing at All by Keith Whitley, and it was such an amazing experience that I just knew that I wouldn't want it any other way. I wanted music part of my life. So the music I make, what I hope it does is bring inspiration to people, bring emotions up that they may not have felt for a while. Like I really want to help people with my music, and I think that's another reason why I keep going on with music, is because I see how touched people are and how they take something different from each song. Everyone takes something different, and it's really neat to see where they take it and how it opens them up to new things in life, whether they open up with their spouses because of the song, or they become more confident and have more self-love. It's one of the most beautiful things for myself to see. My favorite part about Justin's music is how fun it is, how fun and real it is about him. Like, it shows who he is and what he stands for, and it just brings back that older country music that you always gotta love. And so I really love how fun and real he is with his music, and when he writes songs, and how creative he can be with them. I think one of the first things that really made me realize that he was very special was when we were just sitting on the couch and being able to sing with him. Just having that moment of singing Johnny and June Jackson, and that was such a cool thing to just hear him play the guitar and sing, and have myself singing as well was the most amazing part. I look forward to writing more and being more open and sharing more music. I can't wait to share more music and have performances where the whole show can be songs that I've written and people know them. That would be the coolest thing, and for them to come up afterwards at a meet and greet and know that it touched them, or that I've changed some part of their life. So today I'm going to be performing roughly around 3 songs, and I'm really excited to share these 3. So with She's Enough, that's a song that I wrote on the plane heading to Toronto, and it was basically looking back on all of my past experiences and realizing how important it is to know your own worth, and looking at hopefully inspiring other women and other people in general to know their worth and know that they're enough just the way that they are. So that's She's Enough. And the other one I'd like to perform today is called Hard Not to Fall. It is about the full-on life process of being just a little one, just starting to walk, all the way to being older and having falls, and knowing that it's okay and that we're all here to help each other out. And so that song is one that I'll perform, as well as my Country Girl Loves Rock and Roll. It honestly came from my dad. He wanted to have a really fun, upbeat song, and he kept nagging me. Anyways, it became a beautiful song, and I love it. And it's just fun, upbeat, tells you a story about a country girl like myself who's grown up on rock and roll, the classic rock and roll, cover of the Rolling Stones with Dr. Hook. We've got AC/DC, anything like that is what I grew up with, checking the cows with Dad. So that's kind of a song about having fun with him and growing up on a farm. Hey everyone, I'm Karissa Hoffart, and I'm going to start with an original song that I wrote called She's Enough. As I look into the mirror, I find somebody new. I know I can feel the changes. She is strong, she is true to her values and her passion.
She is never gonna lose that dream she's been dreaming. It's gonna come true. She knows she's enough, kind enough, tough enough. She knows she is strong, she is great. She is who she is today. Never change who you are. See your worth and you'll go far. She's enough. She needs to know that she's enough. Well, all my scars have faded. Finally back to myself. It takes time and patience to listen to yourself. Never doubt who you are. You have power and goodwill. There'll be struggles in your path. Find a voice that is still. Just know she's enough, kind enough, tough enough. She knows she is strong, she is great. She is who she is today. Never change who you are. See your worth and you'll go far. She's enough. Well, in my heart I have found the beauty in myself. Found a voice speaking loud. I am who I am, I'm proud. Well, I am enough. And you are enough. I know I'm enough, kind enough, tough enough. I know I am strong, I'm great. I am who I am today. I believe in me, and for that I will succeed. I am enough. I'll always know that I'm enough. This girl will always know that she's enough. All right. This next one is called Hard Not to Fall. And this one is just to show that we all need to be kind to each other in the life process that we're in. Take your first steps, baby, walk to me. Stand up tall and move those feet, don't worry. I'll catch you if you fall. 4 years old, riding that new bike. The training wheels holding on real tight, oh baby. It's so hard not to fall. Falling isn't easy when we don't have the choice. From the time we're small till they tell you you've grown old. Well, no, you're not alone, and it's not your fault, 'cause we all know it's hard not to fall. Those teenage years have you wishing for love, forgot to breathe, you got so caught up, don't worry. I'll catch you if you fall. He picks you up on your first date, makes you think, how could I want more, oh baby. It's so hard not to fall. Falling isn't easy when we don't have the choice. From the time we're small till they tell you you've grown old. Well, no, you're not alone, and it's not your fault. We all know it. When age takes its toll, we lose our balance, strength and control. But we need to remember that falling isn't easy when we don't have the choice. From the time we're small till they tell you you've grown old. Well, no, you're not alone, and it's not your fault, 'cause we all know it's hard not to fall. And we all know it's hard not to fall. Now we got a country rock song here next. This one is called Country Girl Loves Rock and Roll. She's a little southern sweet, but a rockin' machine when it comes to partying hard. Singing dirty deeds, done dirt cheap, wailing on that air guitar. She wears her cowboy boots with her leather jacket. She's a girl next door who's making racket. About to blow your mind. She's a country girl who loves rock and roll. She likes to turn it up, loud and out of control. But when the beat goes down, she'll be ripping up this town. She's a country girl who loves rock and roll. She's a whole lot of love, but was born to run when the boys are back in town. Her daddy raised her right, taught her how to fight so she could hold her own. She wears her belt buckle with her sunglasses. She's all dolled up using all her assets. Don't mess with her, she's a country girl who loves rock and roll. She likes to turn it up, loud and out of control. When the beat goes down, she'll be ripping up this town. She's a country girl who loves rock and roll. Well, don't get me wrong, she liked her Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn and Dolly too. But when Joan Jett and the Blackhearts come on, her body starts to move. She likes the rodeo, living on the land where the prairie sky's so blue. But a stadium with Guns N' Roses fans is when she really cuts loose. She's a country girl who loves rock and roll. She likes to turn it up, loud and out of control. She's a country girl who loves rock and roll. She likes to turn it up, loud and out of control. When the beat goes down, she'll be ripping up this town. She's a country girl who loves rock and roll. She's a country girl who loves rock and roll.
Thank you guys so much for listening. You can find me at KarissaHoffart.com and go listen on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, all the digital platforms.
I grew up near Lumsden, Saskatchewan, on a farm. We had a market garden and chickens and sheep for the most part. That definitely influenced my early writing. Well, it still does. You know, farming is it's my day-to-day life. So you write songs about what you know and what's kind of relatable to yourself. If I'm at home, I'm doing something usually. There's always something to fix or something to build and something to feed. So it keeps me busy, but I really do enjoy it. I love working with the animals. Never really feels like work when you enjoy it, and it's the same thing with music. So I definitely need both in my life to feel that balance. I can't do one without the other, really thing. I grew up around music, was always messing around with some sort of instrument. But then eventually I started just messing around with guitar on my own. Decided to try writing some songs, and then from there decided to start playing a few coffee shops and sort of thing, and it just kind of kept snowballing from there, where I'd play one place and start talking to somebody and they would mention another place, and I don't know, I never really made a conscious decision, I guess, that this was going to be it. It just kind of kept happening, and just fell into it, and it felt like the norm to just keep playing, and I just kind of kept doing it. I've always loved music, loved playing music, started writing, and I thought, well, if I can write a song, why can't I try performing? So when I was younger, started a band with two of my buddies, and one of which still plays in my band, Carter Kent, plays drums. We've been playing together since we were about 14. So we just kept practicing in his parents' basement, and I think we had a couple of gigs, and we sounded absolutely awful. But really enjoyed it, really enjoyed playing and performing, and so it just kind of led from there. Every time I pick up guitar, it just feels right. It's where I feel the most at home. And it's the instrument that I've spent the most time learning and kind of playing around with and finding my own kind of sound. And it's what I write on. When I write a song, I can't write a song without a guitar. It just feels weird. Sometimes I'll write a few lyrics just on my own if I don't have an instrument, but I don't think I've ever finished a song without a guitar in my hands. I need to hear it, feel it while I'm creating it. And it's just, I don't know, it just feels comfortable. Just everything kind of makes sense. The whole world just kind of disappears. And it's just me and that guitar, whether I'm on stage performing or even just home in my living room, practicing, messing around, writing. The focus just kind of draws to the music, and everything else just kind of disappears for a bit. Performing is all about just kind of putting your best foot forward and connecting with that crowd. I like to read the audience, feel what the vibe is for that show, because everyone is so different. Are they a party crowd that are ready to sing along? Are they a listening crowd where they're gonna sit there very silent and still and they want to hear the music? But then writing it's a creative process. It's an outlet. It's an interesting thing where, you maybe get on a call on FaceTime or Zoom for, an hour and a half, and maybe a half hour of that is end up actually songwriting, and the other hour is just chatting in between. But somehow you still end up with a finished song. Some of the best songs that I'm most proud of came from sessions like that, where it wasn't very business focused. It wasn't like, okay, we are writing a song, we are doing this, this, and this. It was just kind of shooting the breeze, and now and then it's like, hey, how about that for a line? And you'd write down a few things and half a song would just appear, and then all of a sudden you would get distracted and start talking about something else. And I think that makes the songs more conversational, because I like music that, kind of feels like you're talking to the artist. That's definitely something to kind of balance out all the other aspects of this crazy industry. Personally, I listen to everything. I'm a big fan of rock and all sorts of country. So I think that reflects a lot in my music. I have songs that, people would say are real country. I have some more poppy kind of sounding stuff. I have some more rock, southern rock kind of feeling things, and I like to combine them all. I'm one of those people that both writing and recording, when we're in the studio, I like to service the song. I don't like to go in there with an idea of having to be a specific kind of feel, or this is going to be more of a rocky song or anything. We start playing around with it, creating it, and see how it feels, and let the song kind of direct it. you have your interpretation of it, but that doesn't always mean that someone else is going to have the same interpretation. So it's really neat to get to hear what people get out of the song themselves. And a lot of the time it's completely different than what I originally kind of approached it with, but that doesn't make it wrong or better or worse or anything. It's just kind of neat to see what people think of and find those connections. And that's probably my favorite part, is just hearing people's stories and how they relate to the music. That's how we met, was through the music association, and you know, we started talking and playing together a little bit, because you know, that's what musicians do when they get together. They jam, and yeah, definitely you know, we had very similar tastes in music for the most part, and got to expose each other to different types of music that maybe we didn't listen to as much ourselves, and so it definitely was a kind of jumping off point for us. My favorite thing to see is she does school presentations a lot, and she likes to present on mental health and you know, just kind of struggling with that, and what you can do, and that just reminding everybody that, you know, it's okay not to be okay, and here's how you talk about it. And especially little girls just look up to her so much, because they relate to the music, and the way she presents her message is really great. So the songs I'm going to be playing, one, I'm very proud of it. It's called Running Away. This last year I won Songwriter of the Year at the Saskatchewan Country Music Awards for it. Myself, Dan Solly, and Doug Sylvester wrote it together, and it's a very fun song, and I'm very proud of how it turned out. And that award means a lot to me as well. Another one I'm gonna play is called Nothing Fake About a Rodeo. Co-wrote it with Doug Sylvester again, and I've always loved story songs, and I think one thing that maybe some people get confused about is it doesn't always have to be a true story about the writer. It could just be a story. That's kind of what that one is about. And then the last song I'm gonna play is one that I always say started my career. It's what I owe pretty much everything to. It's called We Ran Out, and it was my very first charting song on the Canadian Top 100. It's my most watched music video, my most listened to song on Spotify. I believe it's a little over 250,000 streams. I think lots of people heard the song, but maybe didn't always know the name associated to it. So it's opened a lot of doors for me. All right, I'm Justin LaBrash, and this first song is called Running Away. Tired of all the stories you come up with. I'm telling you over and over, I'm done with. It's high time I told you something. I'm not walking away, girl, I'm running. I'm running away. We're done with yesterday. Don't blame me, but I ain't coming back. There ain't nothing you can say. Walking, baby, I'm running away. All this time you're thinking you're top shelf. Well, I gotta tell you, you're too high on yourself. Simple truth is all your lies are crushing. I'm not walking away, girl, I'm running. I'm running away. We're done with yesterday. Don't blame me, but I ain't coming back. There ain't nothing new to say. We're long dead and gone away. I'm not walking, baby, I'm running away.
don't blame me, but I ain't coming back. There ain't nothing you say, we're long dead and gone away. I'm not walking, baby, I'm running away. I'm not walking, girl, I'm running.
All right. Next song is going to be a little song about a rodeo.
The words were so sweet when she promised she'd always be mine. She lied, and I fell for her tricks. Couldn't see the truth, I was blind, so blind. Thought everything we had was so real. Turns out forever wasn't part of the deal. 'Cause there ain't another thing about a rodeo. It's dust and mud, it's beer and suds. It's one hell of a show. From the bucking bulls to the broken bones, it's a dirty, dangerous road. There ain't another thing about a rodeo. She was the girl of my dreams. Thought we were head over heels in love so much. Never saw it coming. Shouldn't have gave her my heart, my trust. Then I found another's buckle underneath the bed, and it told me what didn't need to be said. 'Cause there ain't another thing about a rodeo. It's dust and mud, it's beer and suds. It's one hell of a show. From the bucking bulls to the broken bones, it's a dirty, dangerous road. There ain't another thing about a rodeo. She ain't no diamond, just a cheap rhinestone. She let me down, but there's one thing that I won't. 'Cause there ain't another thing about a rodeo. Yeah, it's dust and mud, it's beer and suds. It's one hell of a show. From the bucking bulls to the broken bones, it's a dirty, dangerous road. There ain't another thing about a rodeo. There ain't another thing about a rodeo.
Finish things off, I'm gonna play a song that started it all for me. It's called We Ran Out.
We ran out of running houses, some were down. We were wild horses in a one-horse town, trying to figure out how much trouble we could make. We ran out of summer sun at Sandbar Beach, bought the cheapest beer with a fake ID. 3 bars of stop sign just to watch them break. We were young bucks running, didn't know what was coming. We were getting high and falling in love. We were blood, but we were brothers. Every time we partied under was our sign, and I was lighting up. We ran out of road to race. We ran out of girls to chase. We ran out of gasoline and wild and free at 17. We ran out of summer. We ran out of places we could sneak off to. The legs that tan and eyes that blue. Say, boy, don't you wanna find somewhere to be alone? We ran out of stories we could brag about, so we cranked the radio real loud. Go anywhere as long as I wasn't home. We were young bucks running, didn't know what was coming. We were getting high and falling in love. We were in blood, but we were brothers. Every style we partied under was a sign, and I was lighting up. We ran out of road to race. We ran out of girls to chase. We ran out of gasoline and wild and free at 17. We ran out of summer. We ran out of crazy. We ran out of our minds. We ran this little mapped out town till we ran out of time. We were young bucks running, didn't know what was coming. We were getting high and falling in love. We were in blood, but we were brothers. Every star we partied under was a sign, and I was lighting up. Peeled out of road to race. We ran out of girls to chase. We ran out of gasoline and wild and free at 17. We ran out of summer. We ran out of summer. Well, thank you guys for watching. Once again, my name is Justin LaBrash, and you can find me on any social media platforms. My website is labrash.net, and I hope to meet you in person very, very soon down the road.
Thanks everyone for watching, and thank you to Curtis from Prairie View Productions for taking the time to hang out with us today. It's been fun.
Yeah, and a huge thank you also to our parents for being supportive of us, and to you. Thank you for helping me in this career that we have.